All right, guys, my dog, my neighborhood, and the 5 commands that every dog owner needs to have, how I apply them with my own dog, who's right here running rampant. All right, so I put my No Bad Dog training leash on, which is a 4-foot leash. A lot of people ask me, what size leash, what type of leash? I made my own because this is the one I like the most. It's a gummy leash, has the No Bad Dog logo on it. You guys can get it in the description. All right, so the first thing is going to be heel. That's essentially the dog walking on your heels with you in motion. Okay, you can say whatever you want. You can say lobsters, potato skin, or skeletons, but you just have to make sure that the dog understands fundamentally when you tell the dog to heel or potato skins, that it's to be right here. When you slow down, your dog should be engaged with you enough to also slow down with you. So right now he's in a heel. I'm walking him away from my home. I want him to pay attention. I want him to be next to me. And it really is predicated off what you want your dog to do or not do. So if you live in an environment where maybe there's other dogs, or maybe there's kids, or maybe there's things going on that you don't want your dog to be involved in, that's where you say, hey, you're gonna walk next to me regardless of what is going on in our environment. And of course, again, depending on how long you're able to heel and how good your heel is how long your heel is gonna be. It's that simple. If you're just learning how to ride a bike and you go, how long can you ride a bike? I don't know, I just started, maybe 2 feet. Once you get better, you'll be able to ride for miles at a time. So the heel command is essentially teaching your dog to walk here. Now we're gonna go to number 2, which is gonna be the break command or the free command. Again, you can say whatever you want. It just has to mean that you are released and you can do what you want. I'll show you what it looks like here with Burley. Burley, break. I guess he's just gonna itch. All right, let's try that again. Burley, break. All right, so now he can be a dog. He dismisses himself, or I actually dismissed him from the heel work. Now he can come over here. He can pee and he can poop and he can be a dog. The heel command, you guys, you absolutely have to have. If we're gonna tell our dogs what they can and can't do, we absolutely need to be able to say, okay, now you can be a dog. So another question that we get on the break command as well as the heel command is, how long should our dog be in a break? Again, it's completely up to you. So right now, my dog is in a break, which means he can do whatever he wants within discretion, and doesn't have to be into a heel or doesn't have to work again until I ask him to, right? So the break command could be 5 minutes, 5 seconds, or your whole walk, like Lakota typically is on her break because it's her walk. So again, let's say, oh, here comes a dog, here comes a person. Burley, heel. Good, now we're back in a heel. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna test him, he's with me. He's with me, good heel. I'm gonna move fast. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't pass me. So it's important that when you guys are out with your dog and you're heeling with your dog or anything with your dog, that you're testing relentlessly to make sure that you're in good shape. So the heel is walk next to me. The break is be a dog, do what you want. And you can toggle between those things depending on what you're doing. And I think that that's what obedience is, much like with children, just like with kids, just like with human behavior. You pick and choose how to act appropriately depending on what environment you're in, right? So next thing we're gonna be talking about, let's say again, there's a dog, there's a kid, there's a stop sign, you have to take a call, or just regardless, is the sit or the down. So I've been really heavily working on the down with Burley. Burley, down. So Burley goes into his down, and now I can stay here basically until I release him. So again, the release command is gonna be the break command. Is it gonna be shady? Is it gonna be bright? I don't know. But that's important, right? So if you tell your dog to sit, if you tell your dog to down, you need to be able to utilize it in reality, right? So if another dog came by, there's a plane, there's a bird, there's a squirrel, there's a person, there's kids riding their bikes, I tell my dog to down and they stay there. So this is a really, really, really key component when you guys are doing anything with your dog. This is number 3 out of 5 of the things that everybody should have. So again, you guys saw, okay, walk with me, okay, now break, now you're downing. So now I could come over here and I could pick up this manhole. Could I? No, probably not. Or I could come over here and tie my shoe. Good. Or I can just stand here and walk away. But at the end of the day, there's something going on. I'm gonna show you, there's a bunch of kids over here. I'm gonna show you how to apply this maybe in a more realistic fashion because he's gonna be excited that there's kids. So now I have the opportunity to either put him into a heel, which means, okay, you're gonna be back in work, or I can use the B word and say, do what you want. And in this case, we're gonna use the B word. So I'll show you what this looks like. Burley, break. So here comes the car. So Burley, heel, back into heel, okay? So now he's back into work mode. Now I can't control the environment, but I can control what my dog does, which is huge for you guys because you're gonna go out You're gonna see off-leash dogs, unfortunately. You're gonna see kids, you're gonna see deer, you're gonna see squirrels, you're gonna see reality. And it's important for you guys to be able to apply training in those environments, unless you'll get dragged, you'll get pulled, your dog will bark, your dog will be unruly. So again, we have a bunch of kids running around up here, and I just wanna show you what this looks like. Let's say these kids were accompanied by dogs. He does love kids, so it is a distraction, but it's not as big a distraction as if it were a dog. I'm just gonna show you what this looks like in real time. You guys are all quiet. I was using you as distractions. Really down, down. It's okay, I'm using you guys as distractions, stay. You won't mess it up. You're adding value to it. All right, pull them. Go, Rocco, go. Good stay, Burley. You guys get the point, right? Obedience is huge. It's good to test your obedience. You got a handful of kids on bikes and on whatever they're doing. And you will just want to be able to apply reality into what you're doing, right? So I told them to down and stay. I'm walking around, the kids are screaming around. So we're gonna give him a little break, let him be a dog, see if he wants to say hi to the kids. But it's important on your terms, you can tell your dog what they can and can't do. So that's number 3. We're gonna get in the 4 and 5 right after this. Break, okay. Heel. All right, you guys, so dog barking, visible fence. Again, your heel, I'll show you like how to apply these things. Really down. Good boy, stay. So same stuff, dog behind you guys barking. Again, invisible fence, not a huge deal, pretty common. Just having good obedience is really helpful as you guys are working through this stuff. Like if you didn't have good obedience, it would be here. You'd probably be getting dragged. Your dog would be going to want to see the other dog. The other dog would be coming out. So it's important to just have, hey, down, stay. Same thing when you have people over, guys. Go to your place, down, stay. So using that obedience in real life is important, and that's why we're making this video. These are the things that you have to have, or you should have, to be successful in a realistic setting with your dog. Another tip for you guys is, let's say your dog eats kibble and you feed a cup of kibble in the morning for breakfast. Take a half a cup of kibble and start training with your dog in your treat pouch. Use your treats for your first session of the day and maybe even your end session, but take advantage of your dog's eagerness and motivation to work for food. Oh, he's pooping. Oh boy, did you bring it back? Oh, no pun intended. Just kidding, make sure you guys bring your poop bags when you're out for a walk. That's another tip for you guys. When you're out for your walk with your dog, bring a freaking poop bag so somebody else doesn't have to pick it up or step in it. It's time for our good friends over at County Waste to join the video. Like every other video we do on training and filming day. The other thing that I did not mention as far as equipment goes is he has a martingale on, which is what the No Bad Dog leash is attached to. He also has the Dogtra remote collar. So I've basically trained him how to heel and all those things that we talked about in this video. So I don't use anything else just because he listens really well, because I put in my training, and you guys can see his playlist right here if you guys are interested in how I got to this point. But the remote collar is going to be my tool for communication and also accountability if he doesn't listen. So that's just another form of communication. It's just wireless. But what I'm talking about is the remote collar is your ability to communicate with your dog wirelessly. So you talk to your dog, hey, do this, hey, do that. What if they can't hear you? What if they're so far away they can't hear you? The remote collar allows you to communicate without correcting your dog, without punitive punishment to your dog. It just is a really subtle, like, hey, I'm talking to you. And of course, it does have levels if you go way up that are definitely punitive if your dog doesn't come back, because their life depends on it. And right now, you can save $100 off on my introduction to the remote collar by using this code and heading over to TomDavisCourses.com or clicking the link below. All my courses are $100 off right now. But like with Burley right now, let me just show you again. He's 10 months. Let's go, Burley. He's 10 months. He's off leash. He's not in a behavior right now. He can kind of do what he wants with discretion, but this is what I've created with him. Most dogs, when you unclip them, ping, they're gone. Mainly because they're never off leash. If you guys remember the first video I did with Burley, or first couple videos I did with him, he had a lot of freedom because he was little, he couldn't go anywhere. I was faster than him. Now he's not little. He's probably faster than me, but this is his reality because of that imprinting and that foundation I built when he was a puppy. Again, if you guys want to see all of that, it's absolutely for free on YouTube right here. But it's important to understand, right? I'm coming back. Burley's like, hey, where are you going? See, I matter to my dog. I have engagement with my dog. So now we're gonna go back to our home and just show you a little bit of what we've done, maybe with the Frisbee and what leave it looks like. just because that's important. That's the other thing that you guys should have when you're walking, like I talked about earlier, because there's all sorts of stuff in your environments that you don't want your dogs to eat or pick up. It's not just for food and things you don't want your dogs to eat, it's also just for anything. Disengage with what you're on. It could be dogs, it could be people, but let me show you what the Leave It looks like for me and my dog. So there's two different ways to apply the Leave It. It's, if you have it, leave it, or you guys can say drop, which I'm gonna drop that poop bag there, or it's, you don't have it, and I'm telling you right now, I know that you want it and you can't have it. Whether that's an old ice cream on the floor, somebody else's poop, or a Frisbee, the Leave It is disengaged, no matter if it's yours now or if you want it in the first place. So I'll show you what that looks like. So he's gonna go get it, he's gonna bring it back. Good, but maybe not, maybe he's off leash. Like, let's see what this looks like off leash once he gets it, because he's definitely not Lakota. He is definitely not a Malinois or a Dutch Shepherd. All right, so let's see what this looks like off leash. Leave it. Good. So that's what the Leave It looks like. Now I'm gonna show you what this looks like on leash, maybe if he wants something that you don't want him to have. It's gonna be the same application. Really heel? Good. Leave it. Okay, break. Yes, good. So again, clarity, guys. You guys can see and feel and actually see, and this isn't speculation, this isn't opinion. This is what works for me, my dog, thousands of people, millions of people I help out every month on YouTube and on my podcast and all that stuff. This is what works, right? So I've used all the things in accumulation. If you want your dog to down, stay off leash. If you want your dog off leash, to recall and come back. If you want to say leave it and your dog spits whatever out in their mouth, like I worked on with Miss Peaches months ago, it's important that you guys understand all of the things that I've done with him, I've uploaded completely for free right here on YouTube. I have a list of courses that get way more granular. It's a lot of homework. It's for people who are serious about training their dogs. And right now it's $100 off on all my courses, TomDavisCourses.com, or click the link below. So those are the 5 things, right? If you're out, I want you to heel, I want you to walk nice. I don't care what's around. Okay, break, now you can be a dog. Okay, that's the second thing. Now, if I want you to sit or I want you to down because there's kids, there's dogs, we're at a stoplight, regardless, I want you to be in this position, and that's the third thing. And then the stay, of course, is, okay, I'm gonna have you stay, I'm gonna move away. These are important things. It doesn't matter if you move away from your dog or you're out with your dog on a leash and you tell your dog to stay because you're gonna be there for a long time for whatever reason. And of course, the 5th thing is gonna be leave it, which means that's not yours, you can't have it, and or you have it and I wanna go inside, or I don't want you to have it anymore, leave it, spit it out, and stop. So those are 5 things. Those are the basics. All right, for an added bonus, I wanna show you what this looks like in reality. Well, sorry, poop, in my own house. So let's walk this way and I'll show you, again, how some of this stuff can apply inside as well, not just on a walk. Brother, come, let's go. All right, so he has the Frisbee. Leave it. He doesn't. Stay. Maybe my 2-year-old son is standing right here and I don't want him to plow him over. Good stay. So again, the leave it is, hey, I don't want the disgusting ass Frisbee in here, so stay there. Also stay there because I'm carrying stuff in. I don't want you to come in until I release you, which is gonna be the B word, which we talked about. Break. All right, same thing on the way out, guys. Really, let's go. Down, stay, because maybe my kids are out here, or maybe the UPS guy here, or maybe the FedEx guy's here. So these things are important. I wanna add another bonus really quick, which is gonna be the place command. Let's say you have people over. Let's say you don't want your dog slobbering down your face when you're watching the game or something on the couch. Really, break. All right, so I wanna show you the place, but also my dog is attacking me. Now this isn't training, okay? This isn't not training. This is a dog being a dog and a Borbal being a Borbal and a puppy being a puppy, right? The training starts when I open my mouth, right? I'll do it right. Leave it, down, stay. So that's how training works, guys. A lot of people, this is filthy, this needs to be watched. But let me just show you the place and the stay. Really, break. Clarity, single-handedly telling him what he can and can't do. Really, place. Good, down, stay. So there's another thing that you guys can do. So again, as you're moving through life and you have so much going on as everyone else does, having these things will make not only your life better, your family's life better, anybody that's around you and your dog, because they don't look like the, no bad dog, so that's not the right shirt. They don't look like the bad guy, right? Somebody comes over, you're eating dinner, put your dog into a place, tell them to stay. These are the things plus the bonus. Again, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time.